We're going to begin in the 4 o'clock hour with breaking news. The Aspen Acres fire is spreading and it's moving unpredictably. Within the last hour, we learned the fire has grown to more than 74,000 acres or 115 square miles in both Pueblo and Custer counties. That makes this fire the 8th largest in state history. Today, the winds shifted, pushing the fire northwest and forcing the town of Wetmore to evacuate. Just minutes ago, the sheriff's office says that more than 11,000 people are out of their homes now in both Pueblo and Custer counties. Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm Phil Lipoff.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. This was the sheriff's message to those waiting to hear whether their homes are still standing.
This fire has changed with winds, with the new evacuation areas, and with the growth overnight. I know that the notification process feels like it may be slow, but know that during this process we have deputies, officers, firefighters on the front lines that are actively fighting fire, physically evacuating individuals, and law enforcement is manning traffic control points.
For anyone driving south today, officials also warn the wildfire smoke is drifting over I-25 south of Pueblo. At times today, visibility has been down to just half a mile. CDOT is telling people to drive slowly, give space, and use your low beam lights.
Here in the Denver metro, firefighters are warning people to be careful this holiday weekend. They know the 4th of July goes hand in hand with fireworks, but fireworks go hand in hand with fire starts. This week, the governor pleaded with people to put the fireworks down.
If you care about our state, if you care about our firefighters, do not use fireworks or other types of flames this 4th of July weekend. I mean, that's the unambiguous message, no matter where you live.
As more municipalities move to cancel their fireworks displays, firefighters are preparing for the possibility that more people may decide to celebrate on their own at home instead.
9 News reporter Evan Krugel is in Lone Tree for us. Evan, normally there's a show there every year at Prairie Sky, but they say not this year.
Yeah, not this year, Alex. This show here at Prairie Sky Park and others in Douglas County has been canceled after the county enacted those Stage 2 fire restrictions. And with fewer professional shows happening this year, firefighters are preparing for the possibility of more amateur shows happening at home. That would certainly be bad news with how dry and how hot it is down here. They are staffing up in a big way at South Metro Fire. They'll have extra crews out all weekend, including twice their typical staffing at the professional shows that are still happening in Littleton and out in Arapahoe County. They will also have specialized teams out that can deploy drones to monitor fires and other tools, but they're certainly hoping they won't need them.
Fun as it is for us to come out and use our toys, that means it's a bad day for somebody else, and we don't want that.
Fireworks were the cause of 19 fires just this weekend in South Metro's district. That includes 16 vegetation fires and 3 structure fires. So they are certainly preparing for a busy weekend and hoping folks will leave those shows to the professionals where they are happening and not use them at home in places where they aren't happening. Maybe hop on one of these inflatable castles or that rock wall behind me, find something else to do to celebrate this 4th of July weekend. Reporting live in Lone Tree, Evan Krugel, 9 News.
A bouncy castle, literally anything else but what police and officials are asking you not to do, deal with fireworks. Sure. All right, Evan, thank you. Hey, this is what firefighters are hoping desperately to avoid this weekend. North Metro Fire says last night they were called out to a garage fire in unincorporated Adams County. They found the fire was caused by fireworks that weren't fully out before someone threw them away. They say firefighters contained it before it spread to the home. Nobody was hurt. That certainly is the good news. But they say the safest way to celebrate this weekend is to leave the fireworks to the professionals. We do have a full list of where you can still find a fireworks display near you on our website at 9news.com, or you can text the word fireworks to the number that is on your screen, and we'll text you back a link to the article.
Let's get you a live look outside where it is hot, dry. That haze from the wildfire smoke is still there ahead of your holiday weekend. Senior Weather Impact Team meteorologist Chris Bianchi joining us now with a look at that all-important forecast for the big weekend. Chris.
Yeah, the good news is that we will see some gradual improvement in fire conditions in the mountains. Boy, do we need it. This is what the Aspen Acres fire looked like just about a couple hours ago. from Colorado City looking west. And by the way, there's travel advisories on I-25 if you're heading south of Pueblo. The wildfire smoke is so thick that around mile marker 74, you can't even see fully because the smoke is so thick. This is what it looks like from Colorado City as you look west from that fire. Been looking at some of the observations from the Aspen Acres fire. Winds right now gusting around 25-ish miles an hour, but it's really hot and very dry. And this fire is so big, it's creating its own weather. So just worth noting that these observations, while they're usually helpful when we're talking about a fire this size and intensity, unfortunately, those observations not super helpful at this point. That said, the worst those fire conditions will be today. Things will improve tomorrow as we get a chance for some showers and storms in the picture, particularly in the Denver area. Air quality alert for wildfire smoke and ground ozone. In Denver right now, about 90 degrees in the 9 News backyard. Temperatures across most of the state in the 80s and in the 90s. And that radar right now is quiet, but in Denver, we'll see those showers and storms pick up tomorrow, and that could affect some of those 4th of July plans. I'll tell you about that in a few minutes.
Chris, thank you. This weekend, flags will fly at half-staff across the state to honor the 3 firefighters who died fighting a wildfire on the western slope. Emily Barker, Nick Hutcherson, and Sydney Watson died last weekend when the Snyder fire overtook them. A public memorial will be held for the 3 in Grand Junction on Sunday, and flags will fly at half-staff across Colorado from sunrise to sunset. It is notable that of the 3 wildland firefighters who died, 2 of them were women.
It's rare in the line of duty firefighter deaths because women still make up such a small percentage of fire service. Jennifer Meckles joins us to share the significance of this loss and just some perspective from other women in the service.
Yeah, guys, the data really varies agency to agency, but best estimates are that women account for only about 9 to 15% of firefighters in our country, local departments and wildland. Departments are desperately trying to recruit more, and to lose anyone is devastating.
Most of the women in the fire service, especially wildland firefighters, they're there because they have a passion for it.
It may start with passion, but to do this job requires so much more.
But we all go into it knowing the risk.
Kira Jones has been a firefighter for 10 years in Chaffee County and now serves as chief, the department's first woman to ever hold that role.
We have, besides myself, 3 other women. The fact that women are willing to volunteer their time and be part of our district is pretty amazing.
Proud to stand alongside their male colleagues and proud of the unique experience and perspective only a woman can offer.
I think that women bring a unique outlook and a unique approach that others don't have. And the male counterparts, they recognize that. And we serve value just like everyone else.
This week, like departments across the state, Chaffee is grieving the loss of 3 wildland firefighters in the Snyder fire.
No, we didn't know them personally, but it's a terrible loss to their families. It's a terrible loss to the fire service, and we're just going to try to band together and do them proud.
And there's really no way to lessen the impacts of these types of events. Our entire community has been affected.
Emily Barker and Sydney Watson represent just a small percentage of women who gave their life in the fire service. Notably, a female leader, U.S. Forest Service Deputy Chief Sarah Fisher, stood alongside other state and federal leaders to share condolences.
And it's up to all of us to do everything in our power to make sure they have the tools that they need to come home safely.
How do we honor the ones who gave their life? Chief Jones said, by protecting the ones still risking theirs.
Especially in our county right now, feels a little apocalyptic. I think the entire state's, we're all trying to do the best that we can under some pretty extreme conditions. Understand that we're all just trying to enjoy our lovely, beautiful state, and everyone wants to keep it that way.
Chief Jones and her crews are wildland trained. They'll often go and help other departments when they need an extra hand. She said they're pretty nervous ahead of this weekend with all of these big fires, including one burning just up the road near Leadville. So she hopes if anybody's in the mountains this weekend, coming to visit them in Chaffee County this weekend, please be careful, behave yourself, and do not lead us to putting more firefighters in danger if possible.
Feels like we're beating a dead horse, but like if you just need any motivation to not light off that firework, think about these 3 people. Look at those 3 faces.
Who are on the front lines.
Young faces.
Yeah, the young, trying to keep everybody safe.
Yep, absolutely.
Jenny, thanks.